Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
The show 2024 continues from Kingsport, Tennessee. Hi, everyone. Welcome back inside of the Marriott Meadowview Convention Resort and Conference Center. Gabriel Shry, Gary Justice, so glad you're here with us for collegiate basketball. And a good one in store, it's the Cougars of IU Kokomo. They made the long trip down to take on the Bears of Pikeville, Kentucky.
Yeah, the Appalachian Athletic Conference meeting the River States Conference here, and two of the better teams in those conferences. University of Pikeville, the preseason pick to win the AAC. IU Kokomo finished third in the River States.
Really good matchup in this one. So Pikeville brings a lot of talent to the floor. IU Kokomo has so many guys that do so well. They do a lot of things very well. Eric Eckelbarger, an absolute powerhouse, almost to 100 career wins at the helm of this program.
In a very quick time, too. They win at a very high clip, 5-2 this season. They dropped to 61-59. Actually, won yesterday, 61-59 over Campbellsville, in a very entertaining game. Noah Harris led the way yesterday with 15 points and 5 rebounds for the Cougs.
Tip-off, won by the Bears. Just barely kept on the floor. Welcome back. College basketball starts day 3 of the show 2024, live from Kingsport, Tennessee. Working this around. Bears. Entry pass along the block. Working with this is Looney. Down low in the paint and stolen away by the Cougars.
Nice job in defensive rotation. They brought the double to Cade Looney. Forced the turnover.
Indiana to Kretz. Evan. Back to Chin, who ran the floor, the 5th year from Indianapolis, Indiana. Noah Harris loaded this across, not onto the baseline. 3 ball wide open, Chin just short.
Nice job. Bradley Bunch had 30 points and 10 rebounds yesterday. He got his first board of the morning.
Pikeville Bears. Moving this around. Now from the straightaway, the 3 ball cashed in by Walker.
L.A. Walker with a 3. They doubled. They went underneath the screen, left Walker up top, wide open, knocked down the 3. Then with the offensive rebound and the miss, he had 15 rebounds yesterday. Coach Compton said in the pregame interview with him that they had to match the physicality, keep him off the boards as much as possible. Walker all the way to the bucket. He's fouled. I think the bump's going to be called on 22, Delta Myers. And Walker to the line. Shooting a couple of shots. Had 25 yesterday. In speaking with Coach Compton, he said the keys for the Bears to be successful this morning, they have to match the physicality from the Cougars. They have a couple of elite wings players, and they must start quickly and match that physicality. They expect to come out victorious over the Cougars this morning.
5-0 to get us started. Cougars to Chin. Wanted to pull up for three. Defensively, Walker creating trouble for the Cougars, and that's off the mark for Kretz.
Bears doing a nice job of keeping the 1 and out for the Cougars so far this morning.
The big stone gap product. Bunch floated it across to Walker. Warwick's the Pikeville native. Bunch banging his way down into the block, defended by Anand. Tries with a shot, the Cougars take it away. Indiana floats it over to Chin off the glass. This one too much on it. Remains 5-0 as we get started. 3-ball rattles and won't drop. Wide open Warwick's, and the violation down in the paint. Cougars happy about that.
A little indecision by L.A. Walker. Got the basketball there. Wasn't sure if he was going to get to the rim. He had Warwick's wide open in the corner. Chin did a nice job of sliding in. He saw the indecision coming, set up and took the charge. Cougars still looking for their first bucket this morning. Swing on the right side. Chin's got the basketball up top. So swing to the top. Nice job by Cutlip on the swing. Bunch, Harris shots up, rattles around, comes out. Cutlip will battle for the defensive rebound. He'll push. Warwick will have the basketball. And on the left side, Newman will switch out on him. Chin now come back on Warwick's off his foot. Turnover, potentially. Cutlip will come away with it for the Bears. Out the basketball, get all the way to the bucket, tried to finish at the rim. Unable to do so, but Noah Harris. Good call for his first foul, the team's second. Now send Cutlip to the line, shooting 2. For folks in IU Kokomo, if you might be new to the University of Pikeville, they picked up an 88-75 victory over St. Francis yesterday, 9-1 on the season. Averages 78 points per ball game. They give up 68. They get to the free throw line 15 times per ball game. This will be the 4th trip for the Bears here this morning. He'll turn over 11 times. They'll make about 9 threes per ball game. Look, will make both of them, so it's 7-0. For folks in Pikeville, IU Kokomo, they average 79 points per ball game. Chin's got the basketball, gets all the way to the bucket. Warwick will bump him at the bucket, no call. Harris off his rebound, up and in. Noah Harris. He was our 3rd team All River State selection last year. He finally gets the Cougs on the scoreboard at 7-2 here early. Closing on 16 minutes ago here in the first half. Warwick over the Bunch, guarded by Harris up top. Bunch gets to the baseline, he'll spin. Pump fake, all the way to the bucket. Up again, Bradley Bunch. That's his first bucket. 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 threes yesterday. Harris has it up top. They'll swing around. Chin has will feed Newman. First team All River States last year. Chin try to finish. Walker with a block. Bunch will have the basketball. Finds Warwick in the corner. He sets his feet. He'll hold the release, shots up, the shot rattles around, comes out. Harris high above the rim for the rebound. Chin will have, he'll push. Myers had the basketball over to Newman. Spin move at the bucket with the left hand up and in. Max Newman. And it's 9-4. Newman was held to 2 points yesterday, 1 of 6 from the floor, but he did have those 15 rebounds and 4 assists. Cutlip over to Warwick, 20 on the clock. Myers did a nice job of knocking that one out of bounds. Myers, the 5th-year kid from the Indianapolis, Indiana. Got to IU Kokomo via Lincoln Trail. Myers had 12 points yesterday. Also had 6 steals, very active hands. Tried to feed to Looney. The pass is too long. Bunch will save. At 12 on the clock. Harris will guard Bunch one-on-one. Bunch backs him down. 7 on the clock now. All the way to the bucket, 4. Nice job defensively by the Cougars. Warwick's long 3. Comes out. Looney with the offensive board. Nice pass to Keenan Cutlip. He'll score the bucket. Give him 4. Now it's an 11-4 game. Coach Ecklenberger said, give me a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here, only a 30-second timeout. As the third day of the show, very talented officiating crews all weekend long, and very talented crew as well. Tyler Wimsett, J.K. Goins, and Nate Sutton working their third game of the tournament, and they'll actually be officiating the next game here on Floor A. We've got games going on Floor B as well. We've got 4 games on Floor A today and 3 on Floor B, all available on the Southeast Sports Network. Here early, the Bears are 3 of 7 from the floor, 42%, 1 of 4 from deep. The Cougs so far 2 of 10, and Gabe, so far the Bears off to a quick start. No, Coach Conklin wanted to match the physicality from IU Kokomo. They've done so far.
Really nice start, 11-4. They need to find a way to keep building that lead. IU Kokomo is a streaky team. That's why they've been so good for so long. They find a way to put together big runs and sustain them for long portions of halves of games. Great entry pass. This one's off the mark. The Bears can feel good about that. I really think the little moments in games, missed shots, missed opportunities to go on a run, created by great defense, are where you win. Pikeville Bears. Warwicks onto the edge of the block from the elbow. Nice play down inside. Can't quite knife his way to points, though. Cougs, long outlet ball. IU fighting along the elbow. Entry pass under the basket and the violation.
Just job by Anon on the backdoor cut, not standing still, cutting to the basket. They found him, go to the bucket. L.A. Walker, only thing he was able to do was foul him. That's L.A. Walker's second foul here in the first half. I'll send Anon to the line to shoot 2 shots. Walker, a key player for the Bears, so I have 5 points here early. They made to sit down here with those 2 fouls. Best will check in, Walker will check out. Best dealing a little bit of a back injury, Coach Compton said. Good to see him on the floor. On will make both of them. They'll close the lead 11-6. And here, Gabe Bunch is a very talented player for the Bears, but they had to find offense from other places besides the number 1. Walker was that other second option yesterday. Now foul trouble. The Bears got to search for another option.
Pikeville working it around the arc, looking for that entry pass. On the straightaway, Bunch. Floated back out to Best. On the arc to Warris. Cutlip down to the baseline. Pike pulls up for 3 and it's short. They beat the buzzer. Bunch gets it back. The violation as he runs down a would-be defender down along the baseline.
Yeah, Chris Chin was going to try to seal off that baseline for Bradley Bunch. Maybe a tick laid over. Bunch was able, got around him, and Chin fell on his shoulder, fell down. Block and foul called. As Dave Robinson will check in and Cade Looney will check out. Robinson gave some good minutes off the bench yesterday for the Bears.
Pike. Robinson hands it off to Warwicks. Warwicks knifes his way down to the edge of the arc. Now around to the corner. Pikeville intercepted along the baseline.
Demir's had 6 steals yesterday. Gets his first today.
The 5th-year senior creates the turnover. Now Noah Harris running the floor. Long ball to Chris Chin. Outside, and this one off the mark for Dell, but the Cougars stay with it. Trailing by 5. Here's the 3 ball, nearly from on top of the straightaway. Bunch boards it up.
Doing a nice job on the offensive glass to create other opportunities for the Cougars.
Good glass work early for Bunch and the Bears. Kean Warwicks, the junior from Pikeville. Knifes his way inside, tried to filter that across. Straight away, 3 ball, Pike nails it, 14-6.
Phillip had 9 yesterday. Get his offensive game and starting to really grow for the University of Pikeville. They're looking for that third option. Number 14, the White, could be that guy.
Cougars, off the glass this goes.
Coach Compton talked about the physicality, and Non really shoots out physicality there on the post. Really created a lot of contact playing through Caleb's chest, able to absorb that contact and finish at the rim, looking for the and one. This will be the third trip of the day to the line for Anand. The Cougars get to the free throw line about 17 times per ball game.
Next door, Union Commonwealth University Bulldogs going to work against Indiana East and the Red Wolves. It's 20-2.
Yeah, I saw the Union on Tuesday night. They took on the University of Pikeville, and that's a talented club. And IU East had their hands full this morning with Union Commonwealth.
Running the floor. Bears. Warricks. Driving, slides along the block and gets it to go with a little kiss off of the glass.
That's a nice little matchup between Warricks and Chin, quick on quick.
Pushing the tempo, and a blown tire for Dal Demirs.
Be on Tyler Best. Will be his first, team's third. And Demirs he's that next level type of wing. Coach Compton talked about they have two elite wings, and he's one of those guys, very active hands, very athletic, plays downhill, tries to get to the bucket. Best unable to stay in front of him.
He's dangerous. He's somebody you have to stay close to. Product of Lincoln Trail, almost 10 points per game so far this season, and shoots at about a 44% clip.
Pounded on the offensive and defensive end.
Cougars from mid-range, the J rattles out. Looney gets the board, averaging 7.6 per outing. Warricks in trouble, and he's rolled over on the baseline. Hopefully he's all right.
You're seeing things from IU Kokomo, a very physical team here on the offensive end. They'll get onto the post and battle. Also the physicality on the defensive end. If you don't bring your physicality, you'll bring your lunch pail. It's going to be a long day for you against the IU Kokomo Cougars.
He's got a full task down inside. 6'5", 6'4". In the center of that floor defensively, and Warricks is just 5'7". Cougars, 9 minutes into this. IU off the glass, no. Bears, Looney gets it. Warricks running the floor with great pace on the fast break, kicks it outside. Now Pike will slow it up for just a moment. Pikeville entry pass on the edge of the block, looking to go low paint. Looney fights his way down inside himself and cashes in over the top of Amon.
And so you have Walker and Bunch on the bench of the Bears with two leading scorers from yesterday. Who's going to be that guy who's going to step and get that offense production? Cade Looney, finesse hat in the ring.
Kokomo. And now the violation. This will go back to the Pikeville Bears.
I saw they call a lot yesterday, the moving screens there. Sometimes people think it's the screener. It's actually the guy with the basketball. You have to run your defender off the shoulder of the screener. If you go too wide, it allows that defender to try to get by, creates the illegal screen. Jalen Rigdon is going to check in for the Bears, the freshman from Pike Central in Pikeville, Kentucky. 20 minutes off the bench yesterday, 5.6 boards. As Coach Compton's looking for bench production, they see if 20 and White could be one of those guys to help the Bears the rest of the season.
Ty Compton, the bench boss for Pikeville's Bears, assisted by Sid Chris, the associate head coach, Preston Boswell, and Charlie Cox. Right drive down inside for Pikeville. He just can't quite get the touch. He needed a little more lift on that in the low paint.
We got Kendrick Anderson with the bump. His first, team's fourth. Team's sixth. It'd be free throw attempts 5 and 6 for the Bears this morning.
Gary, after doing 7 games yesterday, this feels like a mad dash to the finish.
Mad dash. We're in the home stretch now, right?
Halfway through this first half, 18-8 Bears at the line. Welcome to the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center in Kingsport, Tennessee. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, Southeast Sports Network, as this one goes at the line for David Robinson.
Get some good minutes off the bench yesterday for the Bears, earning some early minutes here on day 3 of the show.
Anand handed it off. Chris Glover, the true freshman. Drake Moore from the top of the paint, floats it. Clattered out off the heel of the iron.
The Bears have brought their physicality here early to match the Cougars.
Pikeville, Bears. From the edge of the post, this one rattles down and won't go. Swatted at. Got a palm on it. Pikeville tries again from three-point land. It's Bradley Bunch, the junior from Big Stone Gap.
That's the best time to shoot that threes off an offensive rebound because everybody's crashing for that defensive board. You can find an wide open look, and Bradley Bunch knocks it down.
This one's loose, and we'll go back with Pikeville, who is surging in the early stages. 22-8, and we're just over halfway through our first half.
That's the fourth turnover here in the first half for the Cougars. They average about 11 per ball game. Check that, 15 turnovers per ball game. They've done a better job of taking care of the basketball so far. However, down 22-8, every possession is key in losing that possession. Let's see what happens here.
Eric Enkelbarger, the bench boss for IU Kokomo. Three ball from deep range. Too much on it. This one over the baseline. Enkelbarger's been really good. I mentioned it during our pregame. 92 wins at the helm entering this tournament. The Cougars have reached the NAIA Sweet 16 3 times. Lots of standout players. Max Newman, first team River State selection. Noah Harris. An impressive conference record, 43-9 for Enkelbarger.
They do such a good job of player development in Kokomo.
Kokomo Cougars also have assistants Traquan Spivey and Lennon Hardy on the bench. Cougs to the baseline, and he goes down hard.
Harris probably a little too quick for Bunch to guard one-on-one, and Harris got by a Bunch. All I think Bunch could do is bump him. That'll be his first team's fifth. And the coach Conference talked about the wings here for the Cougars. Very quick, very athletic. They want to get to the rim. They don't mind to play physical. You have to match up physicality. The Bears done a good job so far. However, Bunch late on that defensive switch.
Tipped and lost. Kicked across, three ball cashed in.
Harris took a step back. The guard Bunch anticipates some physicality from him. Bunch able to rise up and stroke the three here early.
And this one, he took a step mistakenly. He got jostled and just let it get to him.
Yeah, I think he may have turned his ankle or his left ankle. He put the dribble down. He's walking very gingerly right now. It's Newman, the first team guy from last year, had 15 boards yesterday. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's going to be able to walk it off.
He's a senior from Monrovia, Indianapolis.
A heck of a player for the Cougars.
Three ball. This one buried by Bunch.
A little catch and shoot here from the wing. Bunch starting to feel things here this morning. Got 11 points early. That's his third make three. He had 4 of them yesterday.
This one goes in response for Noah Harris, the Noblesville product.
Good looking player for the Cougars. Good big game yesterday, 15-5. They'll need him the rest of the way here as they trail by 18.
Noblesville has incredible facilities. Really incredible high school. Long outlet ball for the man from Indiana, Newman, who ladles it in over the top of the orange.
Give Newman 4. He only made 1 bucket yesterday. He went 1 of 6 from 4. Campbellsville did a good job of shutting him down. Had those 15 boards. But for him to get going too, again, first team all River States last year, they'll need his production to come back this game.
I mentioned he's from Monrovia, Indiana. He's a transfer. This one goes down low for Looney. Another transfer from Emory and Henry.
Yeah, Coach Conklin really likes Cade Looney. Need more of that from 44 and white for the Bears to be successful this year.
Newman transferred from St. Francis, Indiana to IU Kokomo. Cougars, Newman tries it. Yes, this goes.
Yeah, back-to-back possession, starting to ride the hot hand with Max Newman.
Scoring output is through the roof in Kingsport, Tennessee, where it's 30-14 with 6:22 to play in our first half.
Coach Compton, as soon as they got that, the basket went in, he wanted to push as quickly as possible. Rigdon got the basketball, got all the way to the rim. The freshman's really starting to develop his game. He's attacking the bucket, looking for that contact, and looking to finish through the contact. Earned yourself 2 shots here to the charity stripe.
No.
So the interesting lineup on the floor right now for the Bears with their 2-point guards. You got Warks and Rigdon both out there with Cutler, Bunch, and Looney.
Rigdon's a true freshman.
A good-looking player, very prolific high school scorer. Did a good, nice job handling the basketball as well. See how his game translates here to the college level.
Rigdon's from Pike County Central.
Yeah, right up the road from downtown Pikeville.
Cougs, 3-ball for Chris Chin, just off the front of the iron. 31-14 remains our tally. The violation, though, will help the Cougs out.
Something I've noticed with the Bears coaching staff, they've emphasized their players. You got to have multiple people going after rebounds there. They had 2 Bears going after that defensive rebound. Knocked it out of bounds. Cougs to keep possession. I like the activity on the backboard.
This one is buried from the corner. How about that? Cash money for Chin.
A talented club. You cannot relax with any type of lead against the Cougars.
Bears to the corner, driving along the baseline. That's a violation. He stepped out.
Yeah, Rigdon tried to get on the baseline there. Nice job by Kurtz as he got on the baseline, put his chest into him a little bit, forced him out of bounds, forced the turnover. Carolina 15. Let's see if they can capitalize on the turnover.
This one down inside goes for Newman.
Yeah, Newman's starting to roll a little bit here. He's got 8 points here early. He's made his last 3 attempts from the floor.
Warwicks along the block. And the big guy, Looney, hits it from the elbow.
Looney's got 6 here early. He's a great player, Emory Henry, looking at that consistency here at the University of Pikeville.
Looney takes it away. Cade, the graduate student from Grundy. Back out front, punch, long ball, kisses off the heel of the iron. Newman to respond, Cougars. Entry pass, low post, down under the trees. He gets this one off, but can't bury it.
Newman's a very physical player. Just missed that shot there. Nice job with the Bears to limit to 1 shot, 1 and out.
Inside of 5 minutes to play in our first half between the Bears of Pikeville and the Cougars of Indiana. Kokomo back in a defensive shell. Bunch takes the inlet pass and gets it to go off of the glass. Just like that, the lead extended 35-18 in Kingsport, Tennessee. Inside of the huddle, the Cougars are trying to figure out how they're going to dig out from this deficit. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, 35-18, Pikeville in the lead, 4:36 to go in our first half from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Yeah, Bradley Bunch off to an early start here for the Bears, 13 points. He's hit 3 threes. Max Newman leading the way for the Cougs with 8 points, 4 of 6 from the floor. The Bears getting it done on the backboard, out-rebounding the Cougars 17-10 so far. The Bears have turned over 5 times. The Cougars turned over 5 times. Cougars having a hard time finding the bottom of the bucket, missing their last 5 attempts from the floor. And Gabe, when you're trailing by 17, you've got to be efficient on the offensive end and get stops on the defensive end.
Oakland City filtering into the locker room. We'll see them today as well.
Nice little matchup next. Campbellsville and Oakland City, the Mighty Oaks of Oakland City.
Great entry pass to the back door, and that one goes easily off the glass for Drake Moore.
Nice play designed by the Cougars coaching staff there. Got an easy bucket going to the basket. 0 for 5 the last from the floor, and they needed an easy bucket. Leads 15 for the Bears.
Speaking of the Mighty Oaks, that's where Drake Moore transferred from. Looney into the paint, tries the hook shot. Yes.
Give him 8 here in the first half. Very confident in that move, too. Got that, played over that left shoulder. Nice right-handed hook from the graduate student.
Cougs nearly down by 20. Deep into a double-digit deficit. They need to score a couple, and they can't start the run there. Floated to the corner. Here come the Bears, straight away, Looney, long ball, yes, big guy, 3-ball, 40-20.
Give him 11. He's playing with a lot of confidence here. Had 6 early points yesterday, but kind of disappeared offensively the rest of the game. Here, he's kind of announcing his presence with authority here early on a Sunday morning.
6'8", he does average quite the clip at 13 points per game, but how about the 3-ball? So far this year for Pikeville's Bears, 8 games played already for Looney. He's averaged 8% from long range.
Best will check in, Bunch will check out. Looney at a great clip so far, 11 points, 5 of 5 from the floor, 6 rebounds and 2 assists here early in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Tyler Best is from Seymour. That's a long ways off. Down under. This one won't go for the Bears.
Nice job defensively by Kurtz. Robinson tried to get to the bucket there. He kept on moving his feet, kept his chest in front of the offensive player, forced the travel. Turnover to the Cougs.
From the straightaway, the Cougars, this one skiffed off the inside of the iron. Remains a 20-point game. IU Kokomo has got to get a little run here before the break if they want to stay in this, and that could spark it right there as Glover ladles it in.
Nice job, cut through 2 defenders, got all the way to the bucket, finished with left hand. Poor defensive rotation from the Bears there, allowed the easy layup.
He's a true freshman from Evansville, still getting his feet wet playing at the collegiate level. 18-point game. Pikeville looking to hit the gas before the break with a 3-ball, and they do, rustling the twine.
Yeah, Coach Compton looking for that bench production. David Robinson putting his name in the hat as well, as Jalen Rigdon's going to check in, Warks will check out. Actually, Cutler will check out, but Robinson playing extremely well off the pine. Big-time 3 for the Bears.
Kokomo. Entry pass, low paint, fighting along the baseline, and he'll take a step.
Nice job by Cade Looney on the defensive side there for the Bears, matching that physicality. The host player tried to spin, get to the other side of the bucket. Looney held his position, forced the travel.
Bears, the handoff. Pikeville near the straightaway. U-Pike looking for the entry pass. Instead, it's Warricks. Looney battling down to the top of the block from the elbow, spins and puts it in off of the glass. This guy is cooking with gas.
He is perfect this morning. 6 for 6 from the floor, 13 boards, 13 points, 6 boards. Looney having a heck of a start to this morning.
Get him out of the kitchen. That's enough. You're going to burn this place down. Cougs, mid-range, no. Rattled out. Looney can't get the board. Anand fighting for his life on the baseline. We play on. The Bears have the ball. Pikeville inside of 1 minute to go in the half. 3-ball. Oh! Pikeville! The roof is coming off in Kingsport. It's 48-22.
Their bench production is next level right now for the Bears. Tyler Best, David Robinson, Jalen Rigdon. Nice job for the Bears.
Kokomo has to slow down here. Cougars inside off the glass. This does go, but they pushed up so fast the Cougars have to take their time.
Yeah, they're starting to match that pace where the Bears want to play. The Cougars, they'll average, they want to play they average about 79 points per ball game. Right now the Bears are clicking offensively. You might give them a chance to cool things down, but Anand will go to the bucket, get the foul, have 1 shot.
Pikeville has had Kokomo doubled up for almost this entire first half. Right now, they do, 48-24.
Something also gave them looking at the Bears, typically they'll average 9 made threes per ball game. They have 8 here in the first half, 8 of 15 from deep. That's Coach Ty Compton's offense there. He wants to play a 5-out offense, look for that open shot, get a paint touch, find an open shooter, and the Bears have found that open shooter this morning.
Noah Harris wipes up the floor. Lunch pail guy.
Doing it all.
Lunch pail guy. Thank you, Noah Harris. Lunch pail guy. We love a lunch pail guy at SCSN.
Hey, Noah Harris is a senior. There's a little senior leadership there. He don't mind. Don't be afraid to grab the broom and clean it up.
Can we start? You know what we should do is instead of doing a player of the game, you and I should just name a lunch pail guy of the game.
I would love it. I would love it.
Lunch paler of the game, Noah Harris. Shout out to you. There he is with a feed inside, unselfishly for the points.
Anon did a nice job of filling the lane there. Noah Harris very patient offensively. Nice bounce pass for Anon. He's able to catch and finish at the bucket.
Inside at 10 seconds to go in our first half. Pikeville, they have been electric in this first half. Warwicks takes it inside down under the trees, and the 5'7" guard is thrown to the boardwalk.
He's going to be fouled. He'll issue free throws. He'll probably be the only person on the floor as the buzzer went off. They're going to get the bump on Moore. His first. That'll send Warwick to the line and shoot 2. Actually, going to put .3 back on the clock.
Yes.
Pike 7-9 from the free throw line here in the first half. The Cougars are 3 of 3.
Yes. He gets both. Having it down the floor, and that's off the mark. What a margin we have after one half of play. It's 50-27 at the halftime break area.
The Bears have matched the physicality. What Coach Compton want to do for the Cougs, out rebounding the Cougs 19-13 at a 50-27 lead here at halftime.
23-point game. We'll be back with more coverage from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. You're looking live inside of Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center here with Coach Vernon from Campbellsville University. And, Coach, 50-27 at halftime here. The Bears kind of taking it out to IU Cougars. The Cougars have a good team, so the Bears better become ready to play in the second half.
Yeah, Pikeville's done a really good job. Almost so you can tell they're really fluent in their offense. They've got this good lead. We had a lead yesterday, and I give Kokomo credit. They really battled back and played well in the second half. And again, Pikeville just needs to stick to what they're doing, and hopefully we'll be able to come out on top and keep their lead. Yeah,
you guys, you and the IU Kokomo have played one of those instant classic games yesterday here in the Southeast Sports Network, and part of the show, 61-59. You had a graduate student hit a big shot here late, and then they come back and they had a fifth-year kid hit a shot to seal the game 61-59.
Yeah, I'm going to say we've been in a lot of close games, and unfortunately we just haven't been able to get over the top in those. Keyston made a big three late in the game to tie it up, and then you got to give credit to their point guard. Sprinted down the floor, made a very tough contested 15-footer in the corner, and unfortunately for us it was a dagger that we couldn't overcome. But we're still trying to figure a few things out. We make strides. We're just right now a little inconsistent, not quite in being able to sustain in the second half and put a full 40 together. So that's what we're working towards right now, and we're making progress, but we got to be a little tougher. And if we can do that, there's still plenty of time for us to right this ship.
I think you got a lot of bench production yesterday. Cole Penny come off the bench with 25. Going off the bench yesterday with 25 points. You ended up of your 59 points, 34 come off the bench. Talk about the importance of that, the roster development and also bench development, Coach.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things we've had a hard time this year is, just trying to find the right combinations. And Kobe, he's a returner for us from last year, and he's a prolific scorer. We've brought him off the bench all year, and it could change some at a time, but with Kobe, he comes out and gives us a spark that we really like coming off the bench. A guy that, plays anywhere from, 22 to 25 minutes, and we feel like any night he can come out and score in that 15 to 20-point range. So it's really nice to have coming off the bench. Dalton Kramer has been a really good presence for us as a newcomer this year. The biggest thing that we're sort of lacking right now is we're having pretty good point guard play, but, we're still a little short in that area. As well as getting our post a little bit more touches around the paint. Everything's a little floating too much. We got to throw it inside to Noah and Jay a little bit more, and we got to have them get some post catches. Keyston Brown is recovering now from an injury in his back, and he's been really good since he's been back, but his conditioning's a little off. Again, he was out for about 6 weeks with a toe injury. Cam Vick, who's only down to one semester. After today, we don't play again until December 13th, so today will be our last game without Cam Vick, hopefully, who we feel will be a major presence for us, one of our better players, a point guard that can score the ball and just create opportunities to make the game a little easier for everybody else.
Also, Jay Milburn's one of those talented players you have too as well, Coach. I thought yesterday got a little two-man action a couple of times. He had a couple of big threes for you as well.
Yeah, Jay's done a nice job. I'm going to say that I think the biggest thing is, Jay's a good shooter. At times right now he's fallen a little bit too much in love with the three-point shot, and that's what we're trying to get. We have to get him more post catches, and that's on me to make sure I present him the right possibilities and chances and get him some touches that are quality catches. And then whenever we get those opportunities, we get a post catch without turning it over, which has been a difficult thing for us at times. But Jay's done a really nice job. He's continued to get better every year. This is his third year in our program. And again, I think this last year and a half that he's going to be here, it'll continue to progress, and he'll do better and better.
Also, Coach, I know doing my pregame prep for you guys, we're taking on Oakland City today, too. So you guys like to get up down the floor, average about 84 points per ball game. Also, I'm being very impressed. You out-rebound your opponents by about 7.5 rebounds per ball game. Talk about that mindset, Coach.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from Jay. When Jay's out on the floor, he's a very good rebounder. But then you look at a guy like Dalton Kramer, he's only 5'10", but he's probably getting 7 or 8 rebounds a game.
Had 10 yesterday.
Yeah, and the game before, I think he had actually 12.
Oh, wow.
I want to say he's really crafty. He's a very good offensive rebounder. He does a great job of just sort of finding holes in the defense whenever they're trying to defensive rebound. And those two guys have really set us apart. But guys like KJ Banks, he's done a nice job in helping us from the 4 spot, and our guards have done good. we do like to play fast. Yesterday was a little more low scoring than we wanted, but at the same time, our defense has been a little stagnant. So we tried to control the game late instead of playing as fast to try to help our possessions, and it didn't quite work out. Again, for me as a coach, we're just trying to find out the best way to where we can finish games. We're getting to where we're leading with 4 or 5 minutes to go, and we're not able to finish right now. And that's something myself and all of our guys are working on, just trying to put ourselves in the best position.
You can tell you have a very talented team. You score at a high clip at 84 points per ball game. Only turn it over 12 times a game as well. You're talking about the importance of your guard play. I think you play very efficiently. I know the record doesn't indicate how good of a season you've had. You've played some top-quality competition, but also just kind of come a little bit short, maybe a possession here or two. I mean, yesterday you're one possession away from winning that ball game.
Absolutely, and that's really been our season in reality. We've lost 5 games, I think a total of 24 points. So, and everything is, a couple of those games, it's one possession with 10 seconds left and something happens where you foul to get to 5 points. First half, we've been very good a lot of times. Second half, we're just not quite as consistent. On the year, we're only averaging like 4.5 turnovers a game in the first half. We get into that second half, and we're getting to 7 or 8, and a lot of that comes from mental fatigue, and that's where we just got to do a better job of maybe limiting some minutes to where we're not playing everybody in too long stretches, to where they're a little more fresh, and at the same time, we got to be able to be a little mentally tougher and fight through some fatigue, because you want certain guys on the floor in those last 5 or 6 minutes. But again, that you don't win conferences in November and December, and that's what we're preaching to our guys, and that they're doing a really nice job of coming in every day and working. Now we just have to be able to change that mindset, get some positive things to happen, and change this momentum the other way.
And Coach, playing in the Mid-South, you guys haven't played any conference games yet. You'll start in January, your conference season. I'd like for you to kind of talk about the importance of the reason you made the decision to come and play in this show. This is such a great event. What's your purposes to come to the Kingsport?
It's our first year as our men's program coming. It's something that we've always watched, and it's never really worked out. We've always had a Thanksgiving Classic. Last year, Coach Colvin and the women's team came, and she talked about how good it was and able to get 2 games against 2 quality opponents. So we decided it was something that we needed to do. 1, to get quality opponents on our schedule, but 2, I think it's very important for our guys to come and see the atmosphere, to be able to watch games throughout the day, to see some of these top-ranked teams that are getting to the national tournament year in and year out, to see some of the things that they do and the way they play, and just be able to evaluate some competition outside of your league as well as other teams that are in your league. The NAI, I think, is as strong as it's ever been, and you've seen some very impressive performances so far this weekend. So it was one of those, to me, as a no-brainer. It's been a really good experience for our team, and I expect us to continue to do this, because to be able to play 2 quality opponents and see the quality opponents that are here that maybe you don't get to see on a regular basis is very good for us.
My closing question here, Coach, this is your 9th season in Campbellsville. I mean, a lot of people watching the show this weekend. NAI Hoops Report's been very active in following us, and Cascade Hoops Report was following the show. What's some of your favorite memories of Campbellsville?
Man, just to bring this one up, it's always special when you have guys that you've coached and they come back. Andrew Smith, a player for us, he started a year and a half for us, was a 2-time All-American, scored over 1,000 points in his career. He's from Johnson City, now lives about 30 minutes from here. He showed up today to be able to watch our guys. And so whenever you see former players, it takes you back to their time here. Andrew was a part of 2 national tournament teams. We had some special games. I want to say probably one of the most memorable games is at Pikeville in the conference tournament. Coach Wells and them had a group that was ranked top 5, and we upset them at their place and probably solidified a bid to the national tournament. So those 2 years, and having Andrew and Hagan and Zob and some of those guys that were there, and be able to have Andrew come back and see him and just sort of talk about some of those past memories, those are always the best times. It's
truly not about your time while you're on campus at Campbellsville. It's about the next 40, right? And
it really is.
It's awesome.
And you talk about this group, and, sometimes as a coach you get too I don't know how to put it the best way. You get so enamored by your team, and you want it so badly for them. Our group right here, and that's what we see every day, is how much they're bringing the energy every day and working every day, and how bad they want it. So as a coach, you want it for them, because their camaraderie is so good, our team chemistry is so good, and you want them to have these memories that 10, 20, 30 years from now they come back and talk about. So we're going to keep working. We're going to make this thing a special season and just continue to play well and try to make this season special for those seniors and all these other guys.
Well, Coach, I definitely appreciate your time, and good luck today against Oakland City as well.
Yes, sir.
Coach Vernon with Campbellsville University. We'll send it back to the station for a quick break, and we'll come back, have second half. We'll try it one more time on a Sunday morning. We'll come back for a second half action here at the show in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, and we are into our second half on the Southeast Sports Network as this one goes right away for the Cougs, who may have taken advantage of whiteboard time, Gary.
I tell you, Dale, the Myers did a nice job of getting to the bucket. They need a lot of those here in the second half. The Cougs will get it done on the defensive end. Bear shot it at a 61% clip in that first half.
Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, Southeast Sports Network College Basketball. Our final day of 3, and the show 2024 has been good to us. We've really enjoyed it.
So the Cougars got this. They got the bucket. Now see if they got to stop and see if they can put back-to-back buckets together.
From the low paint, Newman tipped and staying with it. Cougs just able to keep that chin now. Fires this down along the edge of the floor. It's short. Pikeville shovels this back in front of the scorer's table. This is Warwick's. Kean battles his way down to the low block. Floated out front. Looney keeps his electric day going. Excellent play by Kean Warwick. That little two-man game up top there. Warwick's got by his defender, able to kick it back to Cade Looney. Nice soft jumper from the free throw line. Down low. Newman going to work off the glass and gets it to go. He's in double figures. He's the first Coug in double figures this morning. They'll need a lot of 15 in black. We'll come back. You get Noah Harris going a little bit for the Cougars as well. Got 4 points in that first half. He needs to get a few more touches on the offensive end. That one off the mark. 52-31. Now the response. Cougars driving down inside. This goes with a little kiss off the glass. Yeah, Chin had a rough first half, 1 of 6 from the floor. He likes his first bucket here in the second half. He's got 4. Cougs start getting things going on the offensive end. Got to keep on making it happen here on the defensive end.
Get all the way to the bucket, tries to finish, unable to do so. Nice defensive rebound from Kurtz. Over to Chin, he's got the basketball between the leg, dribble all the way to the bucket, to score it. Tough finish, give him 6. Cougs are 4 or 5 from the floor here in the second half. Leads down to 17 for the Bears.
Warwick's driving his way down low, and the violation is he is jostled. And here's a look at one sturdy chair. This is an SCSN icon, or one of our most viral clips ever. Tens of thousands of views as poor Mr. Associate Head Coach of the Bears, Sid Christ, took a seat at the AAC tournament last year. His chair snapped out from under him.
And it was funny as he was just now leaning forward just then, almost. I thought he was going to wipe out once again. That was such
what if that chair broke right then? That would be the greatest moment in television history.
And I'll tell you what, real quick, looking in, the Union Commonwealth and IU East game was once 20-2. It is 33-24 now.
They're hanging around.
Warwick will bang both of them through, give him 6. Leads back up to 19 for the Bears.
Kokomo Cougars driving down inside. This goes off of the glass for Chris Chin.
He's come to play here in the second half. He's got 6 points. He's made all 3 of his buckets here in the second half, and the Cougs are 5 of 6 from the floor. Start the second half.
Driving down along the edge of the block. Warwick's off the glass, no. Kokomo Cougars, Newman running the floor. Max fights his way down inside and pushes it home.
And the Bears not matching the physicality here from the Cougars in the second half, and the lead is down to 15, 54-39 with 16:32 to play.
In Kingsport, Tennessee, 54-39, the Pikeville Bears out in front. There's a look at the chair of Sid Christ, which has held up. This is its best performance in Kingsport, Tennessee. Hold on. Of 2024 as it holds strong. And will it make it through this tournament? We will find out.
Here in the second half, the Bears 1 of 5 from the floor, 4 points. The Cougs 6 of 7. Outscore the Bears by 8 here in the second half to cut that lead down to 15. Bunch for the wing, shots up, rattles around, comes out 1 and out for the Bears. DeMyers has the basketball for the Cougars. He's going to push.
Cougars, mid-post, pivots and fires short, rattling, won't go, and the Bears have it for a moment. Now Warwick cleans it up.
And the Cougs he brought the physicality here early.
Down low and along the baseline it goes. This one is getting interesting very quickly.
Nice job by Keenan Cutler. We'll get to absorb the contact and finish out the rim. That's the key for the junior. He's done a good job for the Bears here early this season.
Response from the Cougars a little short. Pikeville, we're about 5 minutes into our second half between the Cougars and Pikeville. Looney, oh my goodness! Get this guy a glass of water.
He's got 17, 8 of 9 from the floor.
Outside, Kokomo from the top of the block. This rattles and goes.
DeMyers is a next level top player. He and Noah Harris makes an extremely athletic, gifted wing combination for the Cougars.
The Lincoln Trail product has averaged just short of 10 points per game this season. He's looking good today.
He's looking good.
Down inside, Bears off the mark. Cougars, they need to turn a couple of these. Newman, he's got a convoy and a wide open three-point look for Kokomo as Kretz buries it from range.
Excellent job there, filling in lane. Newman had the basketball in the middle, fouled the shooter on the right, set his feet, held the release. It's a 17-8 run for the Cougars here to start the second half to cut that lead down to 14.
Warwick's will run the floor for Pikeville.
I tell you what, this point guard combination is quick on quick. Warwick's and Chin.
Pike trying to stay with it. Bears on the straightaway. Ball loose, dribbling at it. He got it. Picked it up just barely off the floor. Pikeville, Warwick's again. Stymied, 2 seconds on the shot clock as the violation goes.
Yeah, Chin really stayed with Warwick's in quick on quick, and Chin a little bit quicker that time. Moved his feet, stayed in front of Warwick's, forced their turnover. The Bears continue to struggle here in the second half.
Newman hands it off, Cougars. Harris filtered it over. Dell out front again to Kendrick Anderson. Entry pass for Kokomo. Firing from range, too much. And again, they really need to find a way to land a couple of these body blows. They're trailing by a pretty big margin.
Yeah, they come in the game, they'll average 34% from the three-point land. The Cougars, they're 1 of 12 on the morning. It's been a big part of the reason they're trailing by 14.
And the Bears wanted to make it 16. He's taken down to the boards.
Just to finish that thought real quickly, the Bears have hit 8 of 17 from three-point land, and the Cougars have only made 1 shot. Both teams have made 20 field goals on the day, but the Bears have a 14-point lead.
Bunch got him started. Bears, too much. Just off the side of the iron. I thought he had it.
The Bears had a big rebounding advantage at halftime. Cougars have quickly cut into that advantage.
Kokomo off the mark, and the putback drops. Newman gets it to go.
Talented player, offensive rebound. I was able to finish without even looking at the basket. Cut the lead to 12.
At one point, it was 48-24. Doubled up by 24 points. As the Bears are going to hang on to this lead and keep it securely in double digits for now. But Kokomo, for a moment, threatening to cut this to a single-digit game. 13 to play, 61-46.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
(61-46). We're 7 minutes into our second half. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Pikeville Bears are in control, in command of this game for now against the Cougars of Kokomo, but IU is threatening to get back into this.
Yeah, the Bears have done a good job this morning as far as guarding without fouling. The Cougars only been to the free throw line 3 times this morning. They averaged 17 free throw attempts per ball game. Nice job by the Bears. The Cougs get things going in the second half. 9 of 14 from the floor, 19 points here. Much more efficient on the offensive end.
Indiana. 3 ball. Wow, he buries it. That one goes from downtown Kingsport for Evan Kretz.
That's his second made 3 this morning. Give him 6.
This one in response quickly from the Bears. They get 2 back, 63-49. Kretz is more accurate from three-point land than inside of the arc. Again, Evan this time comes up short. Pikeville to Warwick's. Bunch.
Need to find 4 and wide here. He's made a couple buckets in a row.
Bears on the elbow. There he is, trying for a 3, and this time it's off the heel. Kokomo pushing the tempo. He blows a tire and goes down hard on the edge of the paint.
Warwick's going to be called for the foul. Rigdon's going to check in for Warwick's. That's the first call on Warwick's, the first on the team here in the second half. So it'll be 24 on the clock. Gabe, I think in the second half, I've really been impressed by the Cougars' offensive mentality of getting to the bucket. They've got 16 shots up. They're 10 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 6 from deep. In that first half, they went 0 of 6 or 0 of 8 from the three-point land. I think they're finding more open shooters here in the second half.
Really just feels like UPike has done no wrong. Obviously, they've let Kokomo. This is a turn of phrase, so they're back in this game to some degree. They were threatening single digits. But other than, allowing a bit of a run and being outscored to some degree, they've done a great job. Newman tries this, banging around, and can't get it as the Bears board it up.
That's a nice look there. Newman, a very talented player. The ball just bounced off rim a couple of times, fell off. Nice job on the defensive glass for UPike.
Pikeville driving down along the edge of the block, and a little kiss off the glass makes it 65-49.
Yeah, the defender went underneath the screen, allowed Rigdon get a run and go to the bucket, is able to finish at the rim.
The response is dropped home in beautiful fashion.
It's Kretz's third made three here. He got 9 points to lead 65-52. The Bears respond, and then the Cougs answer the three versus UPike's 2. Yeah, Glover's going to check back in here for the Cougars. He'll replace Chin, give him a break, and Robinson replace Walker, and then Warwick replace Cutler. Smaller lineup on the floor right now for the Bears. You'll have Rigdon and Warwick, the 2-point guards, Best, Bunch, and Robinson on the floor.
Pikeville off the glass, no for Bunch.
Nice blocker by Anderson.
The response goes to the Cougars. They needed that.
Kretz has done a nice job here in the second half. He's got 11 points. Leads back down to 11. The Bears survive a run, expand the lead back out, and the Cougars have an answer as well. This team is a talented ball club.
Off the glass, they keep it double digits, almost halfway through our second half.
Yeah, back and forth basketball. Both teams, he's playing really well right now on the offensive end.
The spin move, this goes off the glass, and the violation along the baseline.
The junior from Anderson, Indiana, who went to Morton College before IU Kokomo, did a nice job with the finish.
David Robinson. His first person. Second team.
As we're spying again here on the coaches.
This one goes.
So Anderson completes a three-point play now. Gave us down to a 10-point lead here. The Bears see if they can answer offensively to what the Cougars are doing here in the second half.
10-point game. The Cougars threatening to cut this to single digits for the first time since the opening salvos of this. Bears, elbow, no. Good look for Warwick. He was open. Cougs to respond. IU off the glass. It goes. We're within single digits halfway through our second half.
Glover got his defender backpedaling, got all the way to the rim, able to finish. Leads at 8 here. They outscored the Bears 32-17 here in the second half.
Violation. Kokomo wants the ball.
Yeah, they're going to call Anderson on the bear hug on Bradley Bunch. It'll be his third, the team's third here in the second half. As the Cougars continue to bring the physicality to the team in white this morning.
Warwick's into the paint and a blown tire. This one lost. Chris Glover, the true freshman, says that's our ball.
Nate Sutton on the call there for giving us J.K. Goins.
Warwick's knifes his way to the edge of the block from the elbow, floats it back up to the straightaway. There's one from right on top of the arc for the Pikeville Bears. They keep it a double-digit game for now.
Give Rigdon 6 here this morning. It's a big-time 3 needed there. Something called on Rigdon, unable to move his feet quick enough to prevent to get him to the baseline. Third team foul be first on Rigdon. Rigdon giving the Bears some good production off the bench here this morning.
For three, yes, back to single digits again. 8 points separate us in Kingsport, Tennessee with 9 to go in this one.
They didn't make a three in that first half. They made 4 here in the second half. Cougs, a talented team, a force to reckon with in River States.
3-ball, Bears short. Good look. Now Kokomo. Working it all around. Cougars in the corner. Newman. Wide open, Kretz, 3-ball is cash money. It brings us within 5 in Kingsport, Tennessee. We're at 70-65.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
In Kingsport, it's a 5-point game, 70-65. The Bears trying to stave off the surging Cougars of Kokomo.
Evan Crenshaw here in the second half. He's got 4 threes, 14 points on now afternoon. Was listening to the huddle here with Coach Compton during this timeout. And the Bears defensively are going under the screener, leaving wide open shooters. They've hit 5 threes here in the second half. Coach Compton looked for them to make that adjustment defensively. They'll go over top of the screen, trying to run them off that three-point line for the Bears. For the Cougars, physicality is won out here in the second half as well. There's a rebounding advantage for the Bears in that first half of 7. It is now a 1 rebound advantage for U-Pike. So the Cougars have brought the physicality. They got some good open shots. For U-Pike offensively, look for to get more paint touches. Cade Looney he's had a heck of a game here. He or Bradley Bunch have not touched the basketball offensively in the last 4 possessions.
Pikeville working this all around. Looney's on the straightaway. Looking for Bunch. Back to Looney, the big guy. U-Pike. Looney along the edge of the block, tries this. The hook shot won't go.
1 and out once again. Nice job by the Cougs control, and they're going to push.
Newman takes the feed, looking outside. From the straightaway, it's Harris, and he dishes it across to Chris Glover, the true freshman.
Pay attention to the screens. See they go underneath or over top the screens.
Loaded it back out to the straightaway. Harris again. He's heavily defended. Trying to shake the Pikeville Bear. Bunch picks him up. Now Newman over the top of Looney for 3. It's off the mark, but Kokomo keeps the ball. Warwick's defends Glover. The Cougars of Kokomo with 7.5 to go, trail by 5. This guy has been a menace. Kretz passes it inside, back to him. Evan, wide open. Chris Glover buries it from range. We're within 2.
The Cougars doing such a good job with ball reversal, making the Bears make decisions defensively on the switches. And right now the Bears are making the wrong decisions, and the Cougars doing a good job knocking down the jump shots. There's 6 made 3 here in the second half.
(70-68) Bunch. Banging around, down in the mid-post, tries it and gets it to go to push the lead to 4.
He'll need to touch the basketball every single time down the floor for the Bears to come out victorious.
At one point, the Cougars of Kokomo trailed by 24 during the first half. Stolen. Pikeville. Bears pushing the tempo. Backdoor feed to Warwicks. He's looking for help. Flipped back up top. 1 of the 3, mid-range in trouble, heavily defended. Backdoor feed unselfishly to Looney, and now back out to the arc. Way back onto the front court. Bunch, 7 on the shot clock. Fights his way down just alongside the block. Can't get it. Indiana. Glover, short. Newman. This one skeeters off of the floor.
On the screen there, we had 2 defenders go with Kretz. Should, because he has hit 4 threes here in the second half. Glover had that wide open look, unable to make the shot, though. But again, I'm really impressed with the Cougars doing offensively. Nice ball reversal, finding a lot of open jumpers, and they're knocking them down.
Cougars doing a lot of things well. It's a 4-point game, 72-68.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, a 4-point game, 72-68. Now, during the Appalachian Athletic Conference, Sid Chris chair could not hold up. It made it through 3 of the 4 games before breaking. We're in day 3 of this tournament. This is the second outing of this chair, and it's still intact. So Sid Chris, this is a career day for his chair.
You know, he's been really working on that during the offseason, make sure to have all 4 legs on the floor as much as possible. Nice, steady, worked on a little leg workout. So very proud that Coach Sid Chris has not fell on the floor. But here, you know, the Cougars at one time was a 24-point lead for the Bears, and the Cougars have cut in this as a 4-point advantage. Thanks to the second half, 17-26, 41 points for the Cougars, 6-12 from deep. Now they have the rebounding. They're out rebounding the Bears by 8 rebounds in the second half. The Cougars brought the physicality game, and they also finding the outside jumper as well.
Gary, I thought you were going to try to relate the game to the chair. Joke about the chair for a second. I wasn't ready. Cougs almost get it away. Looney flips this back towards the front court. Shot and heavily contested as the violation called for.
Let's go, Black. Let's go, Black. Good line.
You can call that on Newman. That'll be his first, team's 4th. That's going to send Walker to the line to shoot 2. He's 2 of 2 on the afternoon now.
This season, 79% at the stripe. No.
Makes the Bears 10 of 13 from the free throw line. 4 and White could be the difference maker for the Bears this year. Bunches of talented scorer. Looney starting to show him the ability to score. But this young man, he had 25 yesterday. He has 11 today. They'll need him the rest of the next 5:34 if he could be planning on coming out victorious.
He's a junior from Columbus, Ohio, out of Otero. Walker's been good. Off the glass, rattling, and it won't go. Trying again, the Kokomo Cougar. Joseph Anand fighting for it down in there.
Hey, Springy able to have a second jump really quick.
Springy. This one rattles and won't drop. Kokomo Cougars. Max Newman floated it over. Chris Chin back up to the straightaway. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, the show 2024. Got a 3-point game with less than 5 to go between the Cougs and the Bears. Kokomo to Newman. Down low, baseline, trying for it. That would have brought us within 1.
Bears got points to the air. They didn't have a defensive rotation. Harris just missed a shot.
Bunch looking both ways. Won't cross the street. He's going to try again. On the elbow. Nice turn. Warwick's shoveled it to Walker, LA. Down low, lost ball, and the Cougars pick it up. They've got a chance.
The Myers had 6 steals yesterday, as they have one just now.
For the equalizer, too much. Outside. Kokomo, 73-70, Pikeville in control for the moment. 4 minutes left to go. Chin turns around and can't bring us within 1 as Lorix grabs it. Kean hands it off. Pikeville spinning down low. This one off the glass. Looney keeps it going, tries it again, and can't bang it home. Kokomo, 3.5 to play. To put us within one off the glass, it goes, and one. He can tie us at the line.
Put Chin in double figures. He's the third Cougar and fourth Cougar double figures. And he have an opportunity to go to the line to tie this game up. Cougars, this will be their 5th free throw of the day. Chin's first trip.
Well, I'm sure I'll do this again before we're done today, Gary, but I do want to say very, very grateful for all the help I've received from our production team, Caitlin Bone, John Bone, from you, Gary Justice, from Matt Kibbe, who came down from Michigan, Detroit to call the other floor, Walt Ferber, who made the trip from Indiana with Oakland City. Very grateful for the team that we have internally, and also to the show and Visit Kingsport for having us. As the Pikeville Bears to extend their lead again from 1, off the mark in the violation, much needed trip to the line. This has been an incredible opportunity for the Southeast Sports Network, and it's something that was started just when I graduated college as something fun to do and a way to call some games, and it's ballooned into this massive national tournament coverage and doing conference tournaments. And to say that I'm grateful and humbled and honored by what we've been able to do this weekend would be an understatement. And very grateful to be able to bring you all of these games for free, and that's thanks to Visit Kingsport and the show 2024. So really cool experience.
It's been very fortunate to be a part of the Southeast Sports Network and bringing the broadcast for the show. A lot of talented teams, talented players, great facility here to have this tournament, and just top-notch coverage from the Southeast Sports Network. And I would say the production crew is second to none. I'll agree with you.
1-point game, 73-72, 3 to play. Make the give. Kokomo. Inside, Chin. Looking for their first lead of the evening. No. So evening is a strong word for 12:20 p.m.
So look here, as far as offensively for the Bears, they need to go to 44 or 1 in white. Give them a paint touch here. Run a couple of shooters off there. L.A. Walker, Keenan Cutler. They got to have a paint touch here. Too far away from the basket to start their offense.
Bunch handed it off to Looney. Pikeville Bears battling down into the paint to extend the lead with 2:20 to go. A 3-point game.
Give him a team-high 19 points for the graduate student to extend that lead. Got to get things done here on the defensive end. You got to go above the screen. Don't leave those open shooters.
Down inside, Cougars off the mark. They've got it back. Kokomo scrambling on the boards. Pikeville says they've got it. Jump ball in Kingsport.
They were. They were 4 white jerseys and 1 black one, and the guy in black came over the basketball. Noah Harris, a talented basketball player, but the jump ball is called possession arrow to the Bears. Offensively, again, look for them to go to 1 in white or 44 in white. Give them a paint touch. If you start the offense too far out on the floor, it allows the Cougars to extend that defense. Makes it much harder to execute offensively. Now, what will the Cougars do here defensively? Look like they're going to pick up a little full court here, apply as much pressure as possible, see if they can get a turnover by the Bears.
Lunch pail guy spotted.
Lunch pail guy duly noted.
We wrote that down. We see you. It'd be a cool promotional item, just a bucket with a logo on it. Sent you the lunch pail. Keep it up. 1:40 to play. Bears on the baseline. Outside the three-point land. It's a 3-point game. Bears to extend it to 5. No. Loose. Warwick scoops it up. Shot clock at 1. 3-ball bunch. Short. Looney has it. Shot clock resets. Kokomo can't believe it.
I think Cade Looney may got away with a push on the offensive rebound. That's what Coach Ecklenberger's talking about.
Warwick's fighting his way down inside towards the baseline. Kicked it to the corner. Here comes Pikeville in the violation. Down under the basket with 1:08 to play in Kingsport.
He got the basketball to Walker with 5 on the shot clock. He tried to use his physicality to get to the rim. Nice job by the Cougar defender. Slide over, establish his position, draw the charge. Now with 1:08 to play, a 3-point lead. Look for them to go 5 and black for an open look.
Kokomo can tie us here. It's a one-possession game, 75-72. Cougars, Kretz kicks it to the close side. Harris cuts inside, now looking for somewhere to go with the ball. He's got Newman, heavily defended, nearly pickpocketed, straight away, 3 ball for 75, tipped. Kokomo Cougars get it back. Kretz outside, down low Newman, 42 seconds to play, 3 ball for 75, yes! We're tied in Kingsport.
Excellent job with the offensive rebound. Nice job on the ball reversal to find the open shooter. That's their 7th made 3 in the second half. They have outscored the Bears 48-25 here in the second half to tie things up to 75. 40 seconds to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. Exciting one here in Kingsport. NAIA, the show.
We're tied for the first time between the Cougars and the Pikeville Bears, 75-all with 40 seconds to go. Indiana Kokomo is surging down the stretch. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, we will do our best to carry you over the finish line. We're going to need some buckets of water to get us out of this burning barn because this is excellent basketball.
Yeah, the Cougars here in the second half have executed offensively 56% from the floor. They've held the Bears to 34.5% from the floor. Tied at 75. Both teams, what strategies here? With 40 seconds to go with the Bears, will coming things down for offensively. Had to find 1 and 44 and White, get that paint touch and run Cutlip and Walker off some screens. The Cougars look for them to keep on being physical defensively to make this thing as hard as possible on the Bears offensively.
Looney. 15 shot, 25 game. Warwicks wanted to give it off to Bunch. He's in trouble. Trapped for a moment. Bunch has it in the corner. 7 on the shot clock. Pikeville Bears have to get it off. Bunch fights his way inside. Off the glass it goes. 77-75. Here come the Cougars. 10 seconds to play. Kokomo, and we've got a stoppage, a timeout on the floor by Indiana University. Kokomo with 9.2 to play. 77-75 Pikeville.
So Bunch, with that's his 17th point, may got away with a walk going to the bucket. Coach Compton wanted the timeout after the make. The Cougars advance the basketball to half court, then they'll call a timeout. So with 9 seconds to go, trailing by 2. They have time to run an offensive set.
Well, what's your go-to in this situation? You've got 9 seconds. You're trailing by just 2. You've put together the greatest comeback we've seen all weekend long by a long shot. Can you cap it off? And how do you do that?
Well, it depends on if you get the first open shot that you see, whether it be a 2 or a 3. You have 5 in black. Kretz, who's had a heck of a second half. He's hit 4 threes here in the second half. Or you also have a post present in Max Newman, 15, you can go to as well. It depends on what the defense is going to give you. If they double a shooter, look for the inside pass. If you have wide open shot, shoot that shot for the win.
Fire up those siren emojis. Close game alert. 77-75. 9.2 seconds to play in Kingsport. It all comes down to this. IU Kokomo and the Cougars will have pulled something special out of the playbook for this moment.
So Walker will be guarding Kretz in the corner. He's the key. They'll run to, they're going to have a different, they're going to see what the defensive look was going to be for the Bears. I believe they'll call a second consecutive timeout.
Clever.
I like that. I mean, you can't take them with you when you go home. They still have 1 left as well.
This is why Eckelbarger is seeking to reach 100 wins this season and has been prolific in conference as a head coach. He's got a great basketball mind, a great staff with him on the bench. Not to put down Pikeville, they've got a great staff as well.
Here, I want to try to run 5 Kretz off as many screens as possible to see if he could spring open. Make Pikeville make a decision defensively. Are you going to double him, or are you going to just guard him one-on-one and run off a screen? If they double, then you have an option to get into 15 and Newman get into Chin. Let's see what happens.
5 seconds, Cougars. And the violation intentionally, Chris Chin trying to escape in traffic.
Smart part of Coach Compton, they had a foul to give before the bonus situation. Run a couple of seconds off the game clock. That's Bunch's second personal foul.
And another timeout on the floor. 5 seconds to play, 77-75. All of the pressure on between the Pikeville Bears and the Cougars of Kokomo.
I think what they had drawn up there, Gabe, was they run Chin off of a screen from Newman, making Pikeville make a decision because Kretz was in the corner. And whatever happens, Chin's at his ability to finish out the rim and get around his defender. Then you're going to have, if Walker rotates off Kretz, he's wide open in the corner. If he don't rotate off, Chin is going to beat the defender to the bucket for the layup. Excellent play design. Nice job by Coach Compton knowing the situation. He had a foul to give. He used that foul to give.
Referees talking about this 2-point game, 5 seconds to play.
Yeah, the referees are looking at, again, a former official myself, many years ago, the conversation with the officials is almost as important as the coaches are concerned here. They got to know the time situation, who has timeouts, who doesn't have timeouts as well. Nice job by the officials. Now also 5 and Black Kretz goes from the right corner to the left corner. Let's see if they just flip the play from the right to the left.
He's defended by L.A. Walker. Inbounding feed, 4 seconds. Chin loses the ball. It skaters over the baseline with 1.1 seconds on the clock. The Bears are cheering.
The defender fell down, and then Chin fell down, and the ball went out of bounds.
Ty Compton out on the floor. A full timeout.
J.K. Goins, the official, and Coach Ty Compton sharing a smile there. I think Coach Compton realizes he got very fortunate because Chin had beat his defender around the screen because the defender from UPike fell, and then Chin fell at the same exact time. Kretz was open in the corner. Then the ball goes out of bounds. Excellent ball game here.
It does not get better than this.
To start off day 3 of the show.
The junior, Evan Kretz, wide open in the corner, and he's been lights out from range.
And here's the situation also. The Cougars done such a good job of playing defense here in the second half without fouling. They only have 5 team fouls. So the Bears are not even in the bonus. They're only a second left, a half left, 1.1 seconds left. So the Cougars will have to foul twice before the Bears will even have to shoot free throws.
There's just not time.
There's not enough time.
Great effort. One of the great efforts I've seen in years. This makes a list of some sort, top 25 in hundreds of games by the Cougars of Kokomo.
Tale of 2 halves, right? The Bears come and play extremely well in the first half. The Cougars match that in the second half.
Long ball down the floor. He's got it. 1 second. It's gone. Pikeville Bears hang on for the win at the show.
Excellent game between 2 excellent programs. You'll hear about from these 2 teams when it comes to March, and the IU Kokomo Cougars will be a problem in the River States, and the Bears are the preseason pick to win the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
77-75. Gary Justice, any closing thoughts or words of wisdom?
I'm very impressed with the start by the Bears and impressed by the second half by the Cougars. Excited to see these 2 teams play again, maybe in March.
That'll do it for our coverage of this one, 77-75. The Pikeville Bears hang on for the win of the show 2024. For our director, Caitlin Boner, entire crew, Gary Justice, all of the fans, the Bears and the Cougars, I'm Gabriel Schry for Southseed Sports Network.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in.